guys, again welcome to the group. So if you are a new subscriber, I'm Sadly Maniganda. So as you know, I'm posting about my journey and trading stuffs and finances in this YouTube channel. So we are today looking into a part 4 on ultimate Forex guide. Okay, yeah. So before we directly getting into the topic, a short note. We always look through what our previous channel did, like about the signals for about 5 minutes. So we clear that and directly get into the topic as a continuation. So I try to give my best to get you understand through this roadmap or guideline. Okay, yeah. So where do we begin? Let's start with our this weekend results. Okay, so we finally ended with a signal called Britain pounds to US dollars. Here, this exact signal was given by one of subscriber. Was he asked us this setup is good or not? So we checked and we analyzed it. It was a good setup. So it actually went above 20 pips already. So put break even or risk it for your own, yeah, own risk. Okay, so uh, this week it was not a quite good improvement, because as you see, from comparing to the previous week, we achieved around 500 pips. If we not have that Monday that exacted 500 pips, we would have been in a red, because that Monday it was a good setup. So we got through around 500 anyway. It's still in green. Okay, so we try to give more uh, trades as possible, because it doesn't mean more setups or more trades. Okay, it's always based on the accuracy of the trade. So even personally, if I take so much trades like in a particular day, I lose more than I win. Okay, so that's a personal advice. So if you guys want to check about this results, you can go through this history of this chart. Okay, yeah. And I'm glad that I got 54 subscribers. We crossed 50 and 100 and 1000. That's what we're aiming for. So new subscriber, don't forget to subscribe, because we're gonna see all these stuffs, how we gonna improve. So it's very basic, from the very basic I'm teaching. So yeah, it's gonna be useful. So whatever that I'm teaching resources, it may be a strategy, or it may be a lesson, the guidelines, or something that I learned from even in YouTube or some other mentors, or anything that gonna be best parts, like best resources will be posted on this exact channel. Okay, you can see here trading resources. So here it's free, totally free. If you want to join, there is some like two-step process is there, but it's totally free. So you just DM me personally in the Telegram group once you join this signal. So yeah, that's all. It's free. Why I'm saying if you can get benefit from this, because we post resources that are back tested, good strategies and stuffs. Yeah. Okay. So if you've been watching maybe later or right now, if you want any kind of investments advisors, or any kind of uh, let's say a different topic that I wanna add up with in a week or something, like just comment below so I could look into that. Okay, so in our journey of mastering beginner to advanced, it gonna take so much videos, because beginner was okay, like within 15 to 20 videos we can finish beginner level. But it when we going into the like medium level to advanced, so that's where the tricky part, because we have to be learn everything, different strategies, different stuff in deep, and it's a lot there. So we'll see. Okay, give me a minute. I'll just set up my. So you guys see previous videos I have been teached about the very basic stuffs and terms, and last video we saw about the tools, MetaTrader 4, 5. Okay, so here this is how my drawings look. So don't get mad because I try my best. So maybe I'll improve by after 5 videos, I guess so. Okay, so what we saw about forex sessions, and the lots, and the terms we called the bid, ask, spreads, commissions, and so much like swap, what is demo tradings, and paper trading. So those all stuffs we covered in previous video. Okay, so what we gonna do right now, like this video, we're gonna cover a basic price action, of course, and next video we're gonna give understanding, like deep understanding of price action by examples. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, so yeah, so topic we will start with the news trading. Okay, because we finished the terms, the important terms that we used for forex. Okay, okay, what is news trading? So, by your experience, or by your, okay, give me- so by your experience, or if you are even a beginner trader, you might know if the new news gets something bad or something, um, like something bad for economy or something negative, it's gonna go down. Or if the news is some kind of positive, you think it's gonna go up, right? But it doesn't work like exactly always, but it's pretty much that way. But it doesn't work exactly, because some newses will act like will react so um, so exactly what you think. Like if the positive, it's just boom, it's gonna hike up. Like you have to use tight stop loss, because if you use too much stop loss, if you're risking the trade, bro, like you may see that I, my phone was in the camera, like I'm using my phone camera, so I could have showed that video, because some people will trade in news like it's like a gambling. They'll put some random 10 to 15 trades, and it will go the same, maybe like upward or downward. But after the news ends, within 2 minutes, it will drop down or reverse. It will give a SL hunt. So yeah, you have to be so cautious at news trading. Okay. Uh, yeah. I'll tell you small stuffs. I'll just note it out, at least for my preference, so I can know what are the topics that I. So yeah, let's say, oh, it's even worse. What? Give me a minute. Okay. Anyway, news. So, what are the types of the news? Like, what are the features they saw? Actual traders or pro traders, anymore. So usually, by my experience, I don't trade on news mostly. It's very rare that if I got some kind of good confirmation setup on that exact news day, so I would try that. But I won't do exactly before I getting into the trade on that currency. I look on the Forex factory. You can watch the live news is there. So the folder is red or things like that. Okay. First, you can see key events. Key events means Forex factory. Okay, I'll just show you now. Okay, because why news trading is so important? Because I'm taking this off a video before we getting into the basic price action, because most of them they fail to follow the news. They end up sometimes they end up losing every single money on exactly like in one trade. Okay, what? Okay, so you can see here the impact, which you can see red, orange, yellow, white. Red is the most like impactful news, so you must to look into it if you are trading that exact currency. Okay, so well, key events. What should we do for key events? Let's say here is the, yeah, CPI. You can see here these names like every terms that they provide there. Those are what we say, like those are kind of announcements will be there from central bank, or interest rates which is went upward or downward, they were like reduced. So much is there, like you have to go through like where detail. If you go there, you can get some detailed idea about that, what's happening like exactly. um, if you go there, you can view full understanding of that news within. You can have it's even after like if you are trading next week, go to 29, so you can see still the news will be there. It doesn't mean like that exact day the news will. Okay, so be cautious first. And so there are some key events news there, which is NFP and CPI, which they releasing the interest rates or like central bank announcement. So those exact news you have to be aware. Yeah, I forgot to share my skills. I forgot to share this YouTube live in my channel. So better if they want, they can watch. Okay, is that, yeah. So where we left, yeah. So we talked about events, right? And the next one was uh, the tool you use. It's simple. Forex factory is there. That is enough exactly. And if you want investing.com, I guess so. Yeah. So there you can see economic calendar, which we consider as a tool. So those tools you can use it there. Okay, Forex Factory you can almost got every data. Most of them use this tool, so you go with that. So tool was okay, and you can look into if you want like analyzing the forecast or actual data. Like uh, some yeah, some traders like exactly who trade on news, they watch exact data and they collect exact news, and particularly analyzing those data, they go into the trades. Okay, so news trade is not for beginners. That I will say, so don't try on news. And what next? So yeah, finally, uh, not for beginners. Okay, okay, and risk management is so much important. Okay, if you trade in future, use tight stop loss and risk management. Okay, we will post some clear understanding like using candlesticks. It's better if we post that way, but since we not get into price action, smc basic stuffs like candles, so doesn't look so good. So we'll start with basic learning of technical analysis. Very basic. Okay. So I'm just looking into my live because I'm checking. Sometimes it went to the like it's turned off already. Like even before I started this live, it's where turned off while in the intro. So that's why I'm checking again and again. Okay. So let's start it. We choose this. Okay. So here, uh, in price action before like basic analysis in market, as a beginner, what you saw in the market, you saw candlesticks which runs through like this, right? It's run through like this, goes to light, okay, and like this, right? This is how your knowledge if when even beginners when get enter, like they will see, it's so easy, man, we just want to buy low and sell high. Man, it's actually easy if you think that way, but it's gambling if you do that way, because when you enter into the market with the real money, you have to find which is the actual low, which is the actual high. That is what a premium discount sounds like. That term is it's after the beginner topics. So it's simply the lower section, like lower one and the upward. So if we say like premium, uh, it says like the prices highest price, like the cost expensive price like that. So discount which is retested or least price. Okay. So that terms part. So if you look into this chart, there is we have to consider like uptrend and downtrend. As you know, this is the uptrend and downtrend. Okay, and here you can see this is higher high, and these are just terms that you have to know. Like, it's basic terms. Okay, so higher low, and here you can see what again higher high, higher high, higher high until it breaks the chart and goes on. So okay, just same thing for every, like every top of the candle, like when this is called breakout, which is okay, I'm just messing up. Right, before a breakup we have to know that. Okay, so there is a term called support and resistance. Okay, support, what do you mean by support? It's a basic term, right? Okay, so it's a basic term. Support means once the price move upward, which creates a higher high, which is this section, and it's retested down, it gives a support. Okay, in the upper part, like the one which we tested, is called resistance. So yeah, this is support and the resistance. So it's kind of be look like teaching your students for ABCD. Yeah, that's how I feel like teaching that way. But yeah, there are so many YouTubers there, so you can watch. But what is something good in my channel? Maybe in future, if you were missed, you can ask doubts on live, so we can talk. Okay, so yeah, let's get into the topic, support and resistance. So where we left, yeah, so this is about first uptrend and downtrend, support, resistance, and higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. The same thing until the market moves upward. Okay, so here comes the main part. So it moves upward or downward. So how we find that it moves upward and downward? So based on its breaking, we call the break of structure, BOS. So it breaks through like continuously, and there is line we call, we you can, if you are a trader, like beginner trader, even you have experienced that people draw lines like this, and sometimes the lines goes like X, Y, something like this and this. Okay, so these stuffs will be there if you saw. So those kind of stuffs called like price action and also market structure. Okay, so price action market structure is like a body language. Okay, if you look into me, what I do, the way I talk, it's kind of, let's say, you may maybe think of a same body language that every charts, every currency pair that gives. So yeah, you can think that way. Okay, so these are terms, just terms. These are not any strategies and stuff. Okay, just terms you have to understand. Yeah. So what we do in strategies? Nothing. There is nothing we do in strategies. We just find the higher, like I at most premium section or higher high, where it get reversed. Okay, so the price doesn't go like, not boom, like doesn't go too long high. Okay, at some point it's gonna fall. Okay, if you know crypto, if you trade in crypto, you can see the falls and a pumping prices. Okay, it's definitely gonna fall. It's totally looking mess. We'll just, okay, so it's gonna fall. So if you have some confirmation and some kind of technical analysis or indicators that you use, or it depends on news. So based on that, you have to find when exactly it's gonna reverse, when exactly it retested that level of point and return. Let me show you. So anyway, if you saw a market this way, what would you do? Buy or sell? If someone asks like this, it's a mad question actually, because you couldn't buy even if the chart is there. They will say like, bro, if you can see, uh, what? Okay, sorry. How can I draw this? Okay, man. Yeah. Some people will say, bro, there is a fair value gap in there. Is it visible actually? So, okay. Um, okay. Fair value gap will be there. Or, bro, here you can see here there is supply zone or so much stuffs. If you look into, why it's not turning any color, man? Am I doing any mistakes? Okay, it's fine. And, okay, anyway. So supply zones or fair value gaps or anything, uh, they might suggest to so buy or sell. It's not like that exactly, because it depends on the strategy that you use. Not every traders use the exact SMC or ICT. Okay, so even the people who use indicators, they are profitable. There are still peoples out there who use indicators, they are profitable, and who use let's say, yeah, tools like order flow or different kind of strategies, even single price action or based on the candles, peoples are there out there, they're earning money with any kind of algorithm or trade. But there is a peoples who unprofitable because they don't follow psychology, they don't follow risk management. So many stuffs are there. So that's why they are unprofitable. Even they have good strategy on they. So it's combined so much stuffs. What I try to say, if the candles moves like this, but you have to find based on that analysis, or if you saw on RSI, let's say, if you are a indicator or some kind of trader who use so much indicators are there. But if you use RSI, you can see these levels will be there, up and downs, and some kind of levels will be there. So most of them use 30, ouch, 30 and oh, it's totally opposite. 30 and 70, those levels. So if you saw here exactly, let's say this exact period of time was this exact high, so it's reached 70 and above the 80 level. Okay, so it has a high potential that could fall. Just just a confirmation maybe you can take. So there are so many stuffs in there, not just levels. Okay, so If you were looking to this place, you might don't know it's gonna fall or it's gonna move again. Like, what if the chart was remains looks like this? Okay, what if it just goes this way? If you put a short entry here, you might think it will retest here, but it went exactly too high. That's how people fail. So as a beginner, you can think you can like buy high, like sell high, buy low. It not works like that. So anyway, even if you are in any trend, uptrend or downtrend, using some strategies or indicators or anything, you have to find the market which side moves. That's all. That's simple. That's why what we're going to learn this entire playlist. Okay, yeah. So that's quite explanation. Okay, okay, let me just get into real market, I guess, so that you can understand some things. So not everything the charts explains clearly. So you can see I've been used some uh, indicators. Okay, so it depends on how you trade. You can use anything. So this level we call uh, these levels. What? Okay. Okay, you can see here. It's off. Let I load it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. So any kind of indicators that you can use. So this is one of uh, trend continuation, which I confirm. Okay. So this is how I confirm the trend continuation. If you see exactly around 15 minutes, you can exactly see the uptrend, okay, and the downtrend, right? So if you look here, it's retested around just, I guess, around 20 percentage of this trend, and it went again back. So it it gives everywhere a break of structure. Okay, if you look into 1 hour, you may get some clear. Okay, so that's how the uptrends works. And you can see here this exact place, this exact, a strong support. Okay, a strong support. How you say a strong support? So you can see this place, the market were retested again and again, like around 3 times, and it went up. And once it finished and it came back again, it doesn't drop exactly right after the support. Okay, if you bought exactly that support, this is how some traders some use market structure or price actions. This is how they trade. Easy, it's easy, man. It doesn't work on 5 minutes, like 1 minute. I can't be sure that work on 1 minute. It may work on about 15 to higher time frame. Okay, because if it has strong, very strong level of support, it cure it. What if you have just traded around a long position, not so much, can just give it here. So around 1 is to 2 reward. You can easily get 1 is to 2 reward on most of the market, man. That's the easiest strategy that you can find anywhere in YouTube or any resources. What a main part that you have to be so accurate on that strategy. Okay, you have to, you never miss that strategy. Okay, so that's how the supports levels and the trends follows. And give me a- so that's I don't wanna start with like on the explanation of, let's say, I'll just show you why I use this indicator. That might give you some impression on it. So this is both EMA. We use two EMA. So if you look close into the 5 minute time frame, okay. So yeah, we just go to the top. Okay, this is a sideways market. Okay, if you on the top, you can see it goes ups and down about the EMA. Like it's not pretty clear, right? It's not clear. But if you saw that a huge candle, like huge candle that will cross the EMA from the top to down, it's not like this one. You see, this was so too slow, and it gives so much consolidation here, and it drops so uh, it's so impact can like which we say, yeah, impactful candle, yeah. It gives a retest again. So if you catch on that retest, it will fall again. So in that exact indicator, you can saw some if you saw some confirmational setup using SMC or ICT, so you can go to the trade with that. So this kind of confirmation I use, I have so much uh, indicators or plans that I'm testing, back testing still. So we'll look into these kind of strategies in future to go through clearly or fully. Okay, so that's one. As you can see, this is uptrend. Okay, but and this is called sideways market. Okay, also a consolidation, and this one is called the down. Hope you this read. So we coming into a chart patterns. So this is some traders use chart patterns that you have to know what exactly it is, right? Because those are so basics. Okay, you can see here now. Oh, it's visible. Okay, yeah. So you can see here, head and shoulder, like this is how it's exactly. It's too short. You might see in this already, but it's my job to show you, teach you, right? So you can see head and shoulders. So sometimes I've been laughed at these kind of patterns, okay, because I thought this not gonna work exactly the SMC or ICT, some kind of strategy is gonna work, technicals only work, and I saw so many indicators like we have to need these confirmations, and that's I even laughed at this. But if you saw this patterns on higher time frame, it actually reacts. Okay, it's actually reacts. Head and shoulder when it breaks here. So those kind of patterns, if you watching to market, you can find out. So there are some patterns that I would suggest. Head and shoulder was okay, and these kind of bits there, right? Triangle, these triangle, descending triangle, ascending triangle. These are so good, bro, because I tried it on so many charts. Uh, for example, pairs like BTC, Ethereum, or NAS100. So these kind of patterns will work on higher time frame, not every time frame. Okay. So just take note on it. If you want more cheat codes, like where is that? Yeah, here you can see we've been posted. Where is that cheat code? We posted. Yeah, institutional cheat code. So if you want to join these resources, we will post every price action details or market structure, the things that you want to learn, which is back tested, which is studied by our team. Okay, it's not just random resources. So you can't waste your time and just learn it from experienced trader, maybe. Okay, so well, free to like give me time. I'll just look into my topic. What's the next? So I could start with. Yeah. Uh, oh man. Yeah, I forgot to inform you guys that I've been planning to give a live trading around the whole week. It's about like I start with the Asian session and ends with London session, which I'm gonna stream live my positions and what analysis that I do, everything. Okay. So, uh, but I posted in my Telegram channel. There is no one reacting there, but okay, I'm just confused whether I do that or I could focus on my own challenge account to recover. So yeah, if you guys were watching this, if you want this kind of live tradings and position stuffs, just comment below so I could get some clear idea whether I can do that in next week or maybe later. Okay. Yeah. So about we getting into the price action. So price action, it's reading the market purely through the candlestick structure. Okay. As I told before, the it's totally depends on the market structure. The both are around like same. Okay. And in price action, what are the topics that I start? We covered basics. Okay. Yeah, give me please minute. If you were watching, you subscribe, don't forget. So if you get into the price action, studying the price action, there are key terms. I must have to say this. If even if you're not talking about the exact strategies which we use on SMC or any kind of particular specific strategy, but we just look into the yeah, already now. Okay, the term we start with price option. Okay, so here the terms, important terms, BOS, break of structure. Okay, I just go with short terms. Okay, break of structure, and another one, change of character. We use this term for the short form, and liquidity grab. Let's say, yeah, liquidity. Oh, that was wrong. People say liquidity grab on buy side and sell side. Okay. Hmm. And one more term. They can use also liquidity zones. So everything is same, bro. This the peoples use different terms on different, uh, let's say, different kind of strategies. They just created different terms. But the topic at the deep point, if you see, it's just same. Okay, and order blocks, brother or sister. You have to be so clear on this topic. Okay, this very basics. You could use on price actions or it doesn't comes under price action actually. Price action was totally like I don't know exactly it comes under price action, but or also they use ICT to man. That's what I told. You see, people's been using this on several platforms, several places. Okay. Anyway, the topic is same. Anyway, the concept is same. And some may say fair value gap. Some use another term that one of my friend use for ICT. I guess I forgot the term. Okay. So depends. What you use doesn't matter until if you are profitable, you are good at one good accuracy strategy. Okay, you can go with multiple strategy. It doesn't wrong. Like if you back tested and doing it good, you can go with. Okay, so we're gonna look into what are these strategies and how these works. And after this, I'm gonna end this video because we already running out of time. Okay, we'll look more detail on next video. Okay, so break of structure. It's movement of a market which breaks higher high or lower low. So highs and lows. To be short, to explain as exactly, I don't want to draw again. Yeah. So here you can see this is a break of structure, a break of structure. We can say B O yes, yes. Okay. So these are a break of structure. That's all. So it's just a term that you have to. Why? Because if you using some strategies and you have to analyze these kind of breakups, okay, this breakup structure will happen and the characters were changed and or market structure was shifted and there is a fair value gap up there and this is the exact entry. You can go with the sniper entry or a 1:2 ratio. It depends on you. So on that time, you will know why these terms and these stuffs are important. Okay. For the change of character, we could look into, uh, say this is a market and it's this exact position. Okay. This, break of structure and it's directly break through the wedge, higher low. Okay. These are higher high, higher high. But higher low, it's breakthrough directly, not this term like oh yo. It's not a change of character. It's like people will say it's sometimes it's market structure shift. Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. But change of character has to be dropped like through the higher low. Okay. So you can uh, mark it out change of character. Okay, so those are some terms like very basic terms, and there is a term called inducement. We will look into brief about like brief on that on SMC concept. So inducement simply means, oh, okay, we just add it here first. Okay, we'll add it like IDM. Okay, let's say this is inducement when, okay, so currently the inducement is here this. Okay, how the inducement forms and goes on, I'll just give a short explanation. If you starting with this, first the inducement was here, once it retested it went to here. This is not inducement, this is IDM. Okay, and once it reaches this, it goes here. Now this is not inducement, this is inducement. So why I'm saying this inducement shifts every higher low or when it's downward every lower high. So you will understand when the SMC concept. Just know this, just know this. Okay, it's okay. So that's one of topic. Okay, and change of character, we saw the change of character. What is change of character? So this is not exact change of character. Just know what is exactly what. And another part was liquidity zone. I have another detailed video for liquidity, but I'll give a short explanation. Okay, so that you could understand by the short explanation. We'll look through a detailed video next time. So, okay. So, liquidity zones, if I show like exactly, let's say this way, and it's, yeah, okay, let's draw this here. This side we called buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity. Okay, it's easily considered as high volume of trading activity happens on the liquidity zones, and it grabs. You don't know when the liquidity zone will grab. Okay, it may grab on this exact period, who knows. So that's why people trade on after the liquidity were grabbed. Okay, so liquidity means uh, you can see there will be, yeah, I'll give you, so there is a time session. You started the trade and it was going like this, and it goes down, and it was giving like this, this kind of consolidation. So would you find any liquidity in here? Any liquidity? Would you find any liquidity in here? Yeah, it's there. Where is exactly liquidity? Down here. Actually, it's filled on liquidity. It's actually filled sell side liquidity. So it's kind of topic that it's actually retested again and again, and there is a liquidity zone forms a downside. So some kind of detailed topic we will learn on a full video on liquidity itself. Okay, just understand the liquidity is the zone that where uh, fill fill with a lot of volume trades or institutional trades which being taken place. So large amount of trades will be taken place, okay, to fulfill the exact zones like liquidity zones maybe. Okay, so order blocks. So here, um, so bro, first getting into the order block, if you were learning on ICT or any kind of other terms, so people's give different explanation based on their experiences. If I was wrong now, maybe I might not wrong because I've been clear giving good information only. But there is no wrong in exactly, but people's learn from different type of strategies or a different type of technique. They give different type of explanation. If you say this is the market shift or something like retested or liquidity graph, some say as a discount, is it the price is on discount level. So either way, as I told already, everything was same. So it's up to you. You understand and back tested. It was good strategy or good accuracy. If you are profitable, good. Don't listen to other. So like, if you are focused on other strategies and continuously, if you are going on different terms, you would have end up failing because you gathered so much information. So it's end up failing maybe. Uh, like so much information gives unclarity. Yeah, sometimes you won't think which is correct, like which term is correct or which way is correct. So it depends on you. So order block. So which comes order block, that is uh, bearish order block, bullish order block. Bro, why you teaching on not in charts and but by drawings? I can understand as a like why I'm showing in drawings rather than charts, because we didn't finish the candlesticks parts like doji candle, or a bullish candle like three soldiers. So many stuffs are there. Once we finish the candlesticks, and we'll go to there. Anyway, we're gonna learn these candles stuffs on candle, like exactly these all topics on candles we will learn on strategy, like our, let's say a deep topic in that. Okay, so we'll cover on that. Yeah, now comes order blocks. Order blocks, a bearish and bullish order block. So, which is simply the zones which is uh, placed by large institutional traders, influencing the price movements. That was I learned from some resources, and some say different terms also. Liquidity imbalance, or to balance the liquidity, or unfilled orders. Yeah. So it visits or revisits the unfilled orders, and they were the exact fair value gaps also being taken place. So I will show you this stuff on chart. Okay, so we about to end this like soon. Here, okay, first I will just delete this data rather than you can get some idea here. Oh, you will just see how many order blocks and how many. Oh, okay. Don't use this exact man it's taking. Okay, I'll just hide it one. It's lagging so much. I don't know why it's so. Okay, now it's good. Okay, if you can see here, as I told, you can see here break of structure and change of character. So these are the signals that actually I explained. You can see here the same stuff, like how many break of structure will happen, and impulse move that gives a character change of character. So those are the stuff, and you can see this exact zone, or you can go this exact zone, which is the fair value gap also there. Okay, so this exact zone, and oh, and also there is a term called supply and demand. We look into it, that they also use same. So these are the terms they use: bullish order block and bearish on the top. So that's the difference. On order block, it's not just the low. You can't say everything as an order block. Okay. Okay. Fair value gap. Of course, you have to know about the fair value gap. I don't want to miss out now. Let's give an explanation. You can see a candle will form. You have to use traditional Japanese candle. Okay. Simple. Fair value, like the terms you use, there is a fake fair value gap also is there. Don't follow every fair value gap. Don't. If you trade on every fair value gap, it gets filled and you get SL hit. Okay. If you consider this is a fair value gap on the top, it's good. It's actually good. You can see in the fair value gap. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay. The price. actually fill after, but if you on a live market, the both candle, exactly, you can see the candle wick, you know, uh candle which is the stick is there, right? That is wick, and filled one is called let's say a bars. Okay, so wick is there, and the wick is ended here, the previous candle of this one. Okay, and the candle was filled so impulse move, and the next candle were finished here itself. There is a gap, right? This one is the fair value gap. That's all. That's simple as that. So fair value gap actually do plays a main role, but not every fair value gap. You have to understand it. Don't trade on every fair value gap, because I have tried it on and over traded also. It's a failure setup. Only use fair value gaps on certain best setup or confirmed strategy. Okay, but it works. It works. It doesn't works on every family gaps. Yeah, so that's all. And about this characteristics and order blocks, based on the order blocks and the terms I say, it's supply and demand, everything covered. We could give a strategy based on SMC or ICT was different, totally different. So I don't know. I might give you a strategy on ICT because I'm not tried that much. I have pretty knowledge on that, like small. So we'll cover in future. We're gonna cover. Okay, so I got message. Bro, I trade on Forex Gold. Which broker is good in India? Which broker is good in India? Um, have you tried XNS Group? Like, have you like, if you are a new trade registered in XNS, actually it was banned in India. XNS. It's 1 week ago news. So if you are a old user, you can still use XNS. So XNS is good as usual. And if not, go with the IC market. So that is two I prefer. Okay, because both were good at where either you choose on spread account or raw spread account or cent account. Both is good. Hope I answered your question. So go with XMs. Okay, if you are new user, go with IC, or else I would say that is a fusion market, I guess. So fusion, no. Okay, give me, I'll check it out, because people rarely ask me questions, so I have to answer. Actually, what you use, you told that I trade Forex Gold. So what you using now? If you were watching, I don't know if you went or not. What are you using? I've not tried every broker, bro, because there are so many brokers are out there. And why I've not tried every broker? You just wasting your money, like simply using trying every brokers on the market. Okay, and you can try Pepperstone. That was I'm not used personally, but one of my uh, teammate were used Pepperstone. So, and where we missed. So these are the topics we're gonna cover strategically in the future. So for now, I covered the basic price actions and terms. So in next video, we'll dive into a deep mastering about the price action. Okay. So yeah, it's almost around 70 minutes now. So thank you for your interest. So keep on learning. It doesn't work exactly overnight, but if you keep on doing it, it's gonna worth it maybe after years or 6 months or maybe 5 years or 10 years, but it's gonna worth it. Okay. Why I'm saying this? It takes time, depends on your situation or the time you go through. I know as a trader how it feels. Yeah. Finally, see you. Bye bye. Let's end this session. See you. Yeah. Peace.